I knew it the moment she spoke. The weight of her words dropped into the air like a stone, sinking deeper with each passing second. Her voice, loud, piercing, reckless in its honesty, shattered the quiet hum of dinner. "How do you feel knowing you're the only failure in this family?" she asked, eyes sharp, lips curling in a twisted smile. "My boyfriend is rich, a CEO." I said nothing. I didn't have to. A flicker of something crossed my mind, something sharp, cold, and distant, like the sudden realization that something had just cracked. But I let it pass, swallowing the bitterness down with a forced smile. The tension settled as if it had never been there, and the conversation moved on, just as I knew it would. But I couldn't stop thinking about it. A week later, the cracks began to widen. It started small, a change in her behavior. My wife, Mia, was distant. She came home late, too tired to talk. I found receipts in her purse, empty ones of course, but the same name appeared again and again, Julian. A business card slipped from her jacket pocket one evening, the same name, same number. I told myself it was nothing. Her sister had a knack for stirring trouble. But the doubt, sharp as a blade, twisted inside me. I could hear her words over and over, echoing in my mind. "How do you feel knowing you're the only failure in this family?" The unease settled, but I pushed it down, for now. I didn't confront her, not yet. I watched, calculated. Subtle things, small signs that only I would notice. The way Mia's phone vibrated with messages she never showed me. The late nights at work. The time she spent texting, her fingers quick and anxious, always just out of my sight. I did what anyone would do in my situation. I played the patient game. I pulled her phone records. Julian's number, over and over late at night. No surprise. Then I did something I hadn't done in years, something I thought was beneath me. I took a sample of her hair. Just a few strands from the brush she left on the bathroom counter. I didn't need to wait long. The DNA test came back a week later, and the truth arrived in black and white, not mine. The quiet devastation hit me harder than I expected, but I didn't let it show. I kept the silence, even as the pieces fell into place. The house felt cold, but I made no move to confront her, not yet. The following evening, I sat in our living room, a glass of whiskey in hand. Mia walked in, the door closing softly behind her. She stopped when she saw the envelope on the coffee table. "Is something wrong?" she asked, voice soft, yet I heard the nervous edge in it. I didn't answer. I just slid the envelope toward her. She looked at it, then at me, before tearing it open. Her fingers trembled slightly as she pulled the test results out. Her breath caught in her throat when she saw the name. Julian. She didn't look at me. She couldn't. Her eyes were glued to the paper, the truth staring back at her. I didn't. She stumbled over her words, trying to justify, explain, anything. I didn't move, didn't speak. I just stared at her, cold as the glass in my hand. "I knew," I finally said, my voice low, almost a whisper. Her eyes darted to mine, panic flooding her face. "I knew," I repeated, this time louder. "You think I didn't see? The late nights, the messages, the lies?" She tried to speak, but I silenced her with a simple, quiet gesture, holding up my hand. "Julian was never the issue," I said, my voice even, detached. "It was you." The tears welled up in her eyes, but I felt nothing. The rage I had expected never came. Instead, I felt a strange calm, an emptiness. I wasn't angry, not anymore. It wasn't the grand confrontation that people expect. There was no shouting, no violence. There was only the quiet truth. "Get out," I said, my voice steady. She stood frozen for a moment, eyes wide, the weight of her betrayal settling into her bones. She didn't move. I stood, walking slowly toward the door. "You'll need to leave tonight. The locks are already changed. I've called a locksmith." Her body trembled as she processed the finality of it. But the pity I had expected wasn't there. No remorse, No begging. I had made my move, calculated, exacting, with no emotion. It wasn't about revenge. It was about control. And now I had it. As Mia left, the house fell into an eerie silence. I didn't feel anything, no sorrow, no joy, only a cold, numb clarity. The world outside continued as it always did. It didn't matter. I had already severed the bond. Her mother called that night, panic in her voice, desperate for answers. I let it ring. The truth had been exposed. And now, the silence between us was the only thing left. I didn't answer the phone. There was nothing left to say. And in that silence, I found my peace.